everybody. Um, Before I will start with the clicking over the cool initiatives and projects, I want to say that like before IT works, the openness works. And here at present the head of the state archive, SBU, the head of the archive, like who is opening it, all the stuff. And I think it's like very important. That's where all starts. Like, do you remember maybe the last week there was an article in the Ukrainian Russian internet which is called like, you know, the murder happened. It's about the guy who just wanted to understand what was going on with his grandfather in 1930s. He was like killed by NKVD. And like, see, he went to FSB to Russia and told like, you know, there is a murder because that was illegal. It was known as illegal. And that's where everything starts, actually, from my perspective. And so the first thing is the SBU archive opening. That's a screenshot not from the website, not from the official website, but that's an amazing job. That's a lot of documents about the Chernobyl and like to let people know what's actually happened there. Because before that, before 2016, actually, we never know what was going on there. It's like in the 30 years we've got these 32 documents opened and given us way more light. And as I heard, there is a lot more, and that's like the capacity and the resources issue to open everything. But like, you know, it's always the resources issue. And from the general openness and like as an approach, we can go to some transparency. Like, I'm sure you know a lot of the stuff I will show you. I want only to mention that like, I'm not going to show you something very new. I wanted to emphasize the importance of the things I'm showing. So, you know, this public procurement and the corruption as a huge issue in the country. And this thing is claimed to resolve all our problems there. And I'm happy we have it. And I'm happy like people start using it more and more and more. I've read Moldova wants to use it also. So like we're even like, you know, distributing some kind of anti-corruption among the world. That's so cool. Another thing, yeah, this amazing data portal spendings. And I know a lot of happenings all over the country just because people were looking through transactions of their cities and finding the stupid things. I'm sure all the Ukrainians did something here. Like, who did not look, who wasn't looking for something from his city? Please raise up a hand. Okay, okay, there is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so like everybody knows this. But what's good here is the possibility to work for the people and to do something where, like, to give some added value to these horrible numbers of expenditures. And so now I will go to the smaller examples. So like the Pavel Adamovich was talking about the apostles, but I am the evangelist of one of the guys, who is Yevhen Vasilenko from Kryvyi Rih. He's over here. I'm happy that he could come. So he does a lot of interesting openings on the expenditures of his own city, Kryvyi Rih. And what is nice, he explains it simply. He builds the simple but very understandable diagrams. And I really want this to be shared all over the country. Like, I'm going to Rivne and talk to Rivne people like, here, look, it's so nice, it's so simple. Just like take it, like copy this, please. And like, I'm trying to like sell it to everybody I can, because that's where all happens. Even more, he shares the code. Because like he's not working more in Excel or like something like this, he uses some kind of coding to build these nice diagrams, and he shares this. That's another value I'm also like want you all to do. Like, if you do some research, if you do some analysis, please share the code with us, with everybody. That's very important now, and that's a good example how to do it. It's totally understandable, and I'm pretty sure you understand what's going on. Like, you don't understand what's going on there in details, but you can read the descriptions and see what's going on. So that's very nice. And yeah, the another blog from Andrei Gazin. It's again evangelist. I'm trying to sell it to everybody. The text, yeah, and this blog. It's nice. Like I've got a lot of information from here. Like I do some coding, and like I'm very happy to get some like new libraries, new ideas, or how it can look like. It's so cool. Please follow him. Follow him on Facebook, on Twitter, and like on the website. That's like he works in Texty.org.ua, which goes further, and he does some analysis, some visualizations, and like I will go through it a bit forward. Okay, and then going to other things, and other transparency things. The corruption and the declarations were a huge issue and still are. And I'm pretty aware, you know about the crowdsourcing project of like recognizing all the data from all possible declarations. And also like the Chesno did this crowdsourcing for the declarations of MPs. And it's all on one portal. It's usable. Like you can code and look how it works. You can make your researches or games. That's what Texty did. And raising issues, explaining them into interesting way. I know this project will be multiplied to in other countries now, because it's totally cool. Using the database of declarations, making a game, not the horrible visualization, but a game to explain people like, look, here what's happening. Look, that's what will go on further. Another important things about the openness. When you have a lot of data and you don't know what to do with it, it's like my point of view. Make a search. Put it online and make a search within the data. We also do it in OPORA. And you know, like everybody in Ukraine knows, that's a Minions, and that's a database of all the MPs' assistants from the third convocation, I think. So like a lot of people, you can find your friends here, or enemies, or I don't know who else. I want to emphasize, that's a good approach. And what to do with the data you have, and if you don't have enough, like so much resources to build something fancy and hard weight, just to make a search, it's always helpful. And if possible, build some kind of API or something so any other people can use it and add to your own. Okay. And then how it works, or IT works, actually. After this amazing team of Texty.org.ua gathered a lot of things, and they're not doing only the coding. That's important. Don't only code, please, in your apartment or in your office. Go outside, do something outside, please. Like they were traveling all over the banks of the city Kyiv. That's a huge travel. And did this visualization. A lot of text here. That's all nice, understandable even for me as a user. And yeah, further. Again, the huge data analysis, like that's like big data, yeah, big data analysis, and the visualizations which were made and which were really helpful. And again, like promoting Texty as a team who can make amazing visualizations, and they are not only doing something, they also sharing how they do it. Like I've seen there is this knowledge database on the website, and like the people are sharing the process, how they do it. Please, again, share the process. And like I also promise to do it by myself, to share the process and everything what can be done. And another things which are really cool in a country, and I'm not sure you've seen this, but that's again about the Kryvyi Rih and about the amazing Yevhen Vasilenko. So like from his Facebook page, I understood that the city Kryvyi Rih, it's like a catastrophe zone, and that's something horrible is going on there. And then like it's my perspective only, not official one. And so he shows this in details. Like, do you see how much smoke from the chimneys of the city like is generated there? And like Can you see how far it goes from the city actually, and that's all the smoke. So that's actually, to be frank, the first time in the Ukrainian internet I've seen the person was doing like the satellites analysis. I'm pretty sure somebody else does it. It's just I've seen it first time. And like I cannot overestimate it. It's nice visuals. It's totally understandable. It's with a line, and you can see how influential is this. And he has some kind of visuals about the forests and the amber problem of the west of the country. That's all is open source. These pictures are open to everybody to just start looking at them. And he is here. Please talk to him. Ask him how he does it if you don't know how to do it. Like catch him up, get his experience out of him, because he is sitting over here. Please use his time here, and like that's an amazing thing to do in the future in Ukraine. And from data like analysis and visualizations to some statistics. Another great example, like you can do a lot with the statistics, and this visualizes the, let's say, the normality of the Ukrainian MP according to his position in the voting in the candidates list from the party on the last elections. And that's simple. It's not a complicated visualization and analysis, but it shows you that the first 10 in each list are not very cool. Okay, and then again, other Vox Ukraine project, VoxCheck. To be frank, and again from my own perspective, that's the first fact-checking project in Ukraine, and it like should be mentioned. And about the stats, what's important? The Ukrainians know about this amazing Kryvyi Rih elections. That's a city of 700,000 inhabitants, and there were like 3 rounds of elections, but like legally it can be only 2. And in the second round, the winner did something which was claimed as a fraud. But like I was looking for some evidences from his team and couldn't get it. So we started, like, we crowdsourced with a few people all the data from the polling stations and found amazing things. Like, you know, in general, if it's random, if it's going on and like there is no external influence, all the polling stations which are like shown here and the turnout there and the candidate's result here should be something like this cloud. There should not be this disruption. And what I seen here, and it's understandable, this nice polling station, which is totally out of any trend here. And then I started looking for it, and you know, there was an actual and simple fraud. Like there were 2 polling stations there which had like 440 number, not 444, not 445, like 41. That was like the very like even and simple number, and that was the understandable fraud. And like that's how you can understand that this guy was losing like on 2 polling stations actually only. But the total fraud was like claimed from all over the country. And is it difficult to start? Then the one nerd from OPORA team started to like build a scraper for the biggest news portal in the country in 2 hours. And then what you can do with the data? Like you can simply visualize them. We scraped this portal for all the corruption news in like from 2005, I think. So there were like 3,000 news about the corruption, and 537 of them had the regional connection. So like visualize it in a simple way at least. Like you can see, Odessa is a top 2 in the corruptions according to the news from the portal. And like you can do all these things, it's simple. Yeah, I'm fine with the time. Yeah.
So, Yurii, Still there is a question, you know, it's all very great, you reach a lot of people, the internet is spreading all over the country, but what you really do is that you do not stay in a bubble of the people who are already high-tech, who are already involved, and that is more, that there are the others who don't have access, that they get engaged.
Like when I have a possibility to talk to people who are like there are a lot of people who are disturbed with what's going on in the country, and when I have a possibility to talk to them, I'm always showing these great examples. Like literally, I'm opening computer, like look, you can do it also. Like you can do it this and this and this and everything else. And that's not only the NGO people, like you know, that's like the people who care about what's going on there.
So basically, we move around the country with your laptop and showing what is there.
Yeah, like actually, yes. Yeah.
So yeah, I think all of you can do that, and there is a game Jakub wants to propose.
Thank you
Thanks
one more
a lot,
time,
Yurii.
Yurii.